constituents meeting congressional aides today. We're taking Dominica's case to that next level, not just even the next level of just conversation, but even seeking eventually material assistance to help combat this madness. So we are here with you, not on the ground, but work is going on in this diaspora very seriously. I just want to talk about that time and carbon and the police and this thing that we seem to have worried about. We need not worry about these things. The opposition is in this process where we have to beg, because it has been a long process of inactiveness and complaining and absence of people and people being scared and victimization. Today is an important first step. It's an important first step. The amount of people who gather today is what is going to determine whether we get respect from Carbon, whether we get respect from Roosevelt Skerrit, whether we get respect from all the entities that are challenging this movement in Dominica. That is all that you have to do, is gather out there today and represent, because as long as you represent in sufficiently large numbers, this movement is a success. We don't have to get Skerrit out today. That is not the issue. The issue is, for the very first time, we're going to make a representation to let the world and the nation know that there is a sizable number of Dominicans who are not going to take this nonsense anymore. That is what today is about. Forget about the hours and carbon. Forget about these things, because the only thing that is going to accomplish this mission is the numbers who gather at this movement today. So I call upon you, please make that effort. The farmers, the country folk, make that effort and come out there and represent. Show these people that you are not scared of their threats and their victimization. And do not worry about the red t-shirts, because in 79, it was the same thing. It was the same thing. And then you know what happened? Is the very same Liberites who joined the movement. So you today are going to empower the silent majority of Liberites who know it's a lot of nonsense happening in this country. So don't worry about these things. Just make that trek and come out and show your face in that movement today. Peace and blessings, my brother.
Thank you. Getting some reports about Kennedy Avenue, a part of Kennedy Avenue being blocked off. I'm trying to get a situation report there from Carl John Baptist, who's on the ground. We'll talk to him in a few minutes. This is Q95, the big station.
The power belongs to the people. The power in people is greater than the people in power. The people in power in Dominica have used their power to deceive, mislead, and to enrich themselves. We are now taking back our country. Rise, rise. Movement of the people. Rise, rise, our people. Rise.
Come here forward, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, Rasta men, young people, come forward. We gotta save our country. We gotta save Dominica. Let our will be done. Rise, Dominica. Rise, Kalinago brothers. Rise, our brothers in the north. Rise, our brothers in the east. Rise, our sisters in the west. Rise, our brothers and sisters in the south. Rise, 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 our mothers. Rise, our fathers. Rise, our young people. Come here forward. We got to save our country. We are going to save our country. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, let's take a phone call there. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, not for the seconds and not for the longest. What I'm trying to get you to tell you, the whole of Kennedy Avenue is blocked up. That is where I am working. So I can tell you it is true. Matt, let me ask another question.
So which part of Kennedy Avenue is blocked off? Because the protest action should be in Kennedy Avenue. So what do you mean the whole of Kennedy Avenue? Or is it a part of Kennedy Avenue?
Matt.
Yes, I'm listening.
There are police officers at the end of the store by Burton, and up there they are barricades and whatever, I'm telling you. Matt, let me tell you, in America, do you have to ask permission for demonstration?
I don't think so.
Right. That is all I'm talking about. Thank you very much.
All right, if you're having a peaceful protest action, I don't know if you have to seek permission for that according to the rules. 9:05 is the morning time. We're going to take a break for word from our sponsors, and we'll come back right after this.
Great news. news from Esau Trading Limited. Just received a wide range of pet food in sizes from 500 grams to 25 kilogram bags. Bandit, Monello, and Burbo brand for regular pets and sterilized pets, all at the best prices. Visit any of our outlets and save on your quality pet food. Esau Trading Limited, best quality, best price.
Let's be cool. Esau Trading Limited introduces world-famous TCL brand split-type air conditioning units. Innovative, attractive, affordable, featuring quiet operation, LED display, automatic power off, auto restart, auto protection, independent dehumidification, high-efficient internal thread copper pipe, timer mode, and more. Available in 9,000 BTU, 12,000 BTU, 18,000 BTU, 24,000 BTU, and 36,000 BTU. Prices as low as $1,255.50. Installation and servicing is available. Get cool today at unbeatable prices with TCL brand air conditioners from Esau Trading Limited. Contact us on the Canefield Highway, telephone number 449-3636 or 106 Independence Street in Roseau, telephone number 440-9370.
It's correct.
Real beer. Grab them by 6 bars. I come in to take my seat. I got the blue and gold. This carnival. Buy 2 6-packs and get a chance to win these amazing carnival prizes. First prize, 2 carnival costumes each from Amnesia and Hysteria. Second prize, 2 tickets to Feathers Inc. Sunja. Both crews. First prize, 2 t-shirts from Carrier Bam T-shirt band. And fourth prize, 3 cases car. Simply write your name and contact info at the back of your receipt and drop in a promotional box to qualify to win at all leading supermarkets island-wide. Draw ends February 20th, 2017. Terms and conditions apply.
Correct.
Drink responsibly.
Love is in the air at Courts. Make your credit purchase of $499 and over for your big chance at winning an all-inclusive weekend getaway for 2 to the lovely island of St. Lucia. Plus, when you shop, you pay nothing for 30 days. This offer valid from February 6 to 18. Love is in the air, so celebrate with a romantic weekend getaway. Don't wait. Shop at Courts today. Courts, bringing value home.
The Calypso Queen competition, Thursday, February 16 at the Eddie Andre Carnival City. 10 contestants vying for the Calypso Queen title and the bragging rights of Queen of Calypso. Tasha P, Stingray Della, Hashima Mandesa, Alicia Nashel Johnny, Lady S, Royette in a 2-round contest. 1 original round and a tribute round to Leandra and Buple. The Dominica Calypso Queen competition backed up by the Triple K. With brass! Thursday, February 16 at Carnival City 8 p.m. Guest artist Lady V. $25 in advance tickets from Bullseye Pharmacy. You pay more later.
Yes, sir. This is King Dice. Here to let the massive know that Showdown Mascom presents night number 5 on Friday, February 10 at the Harlem Plaza from 9 p.m. here with Winston So from St. Vincent. Yeah, man. Soca meets Calypso at Mascom Friday, February 10th with Winston So. Come, enjoy sweet Calypso music from Trial, Mask Eruption, Vigilante, Trinity, Leona, Beno, Sarah, Checo, The Bob, and yours truly, King Dice, and lots more, alongside Winston So with big tunes like Baby I Don't Mind, Baby I Don't Mind, if you want to give me I won't refuse it. Mask on, Winston So, Harlem Plaza, Friday, February 10th. Sponsored by John Sales, VF Inc., Neo Expressions Inc., Singwalla, Blunkvist, Williams, Continental Store, Caribbean, and Point Foods Inc. Be there. Yaman, King Dice, said so.
9:10 is the morning time. I did tell you that Kalal John Baptist, journalist Kalal John Baptist, went to the Kennedy Avenue area and, of course, saw for himself just what's going on. Kalal, can you give us an update? I know you were there just about a few minutes ago.
Matt, good morning to you. Good morning to your many listeners. Yes, I was in the area on Kennedy Avenue and next to Bertson and Company. That area is cordoned off in about 3 sections. That is the Laplin bus stop. So there was a traffic police there. There's a diversion sign in that area saying to you that, basically no entry unless if you have business for there. And all that area is basically cordoned off. Then you have another section between the financial center and the Arak House of Culture. There's a specific part of that area that is also cordoned off. And then a little higher up, there's another section that is also cordoned off. Up that area, I saw a number of persons. I saw the government minister, Justina Charles, dressed in red. I saw Johnson Drygo dressed in red. Apparently they were going to cabinet meeting. Of course, Tuesday is cabinet meeting. There are also a number of police officers dressed in military fatigue in that area, I guess conducting business in that area. Also, I saw 1 or 2, you may want to say, surrogates of the Dominican Labour Party dressed in red in that area also. I will not want to call any particular name, but I did see them. I saw a former police officer standing in the area under the financial center with his red shirt, dressed in that area. But lots of activities in that area, I must tell you. I did not move across to the other parts of the area, but my understanding is that that area is also cordoned off because the traffic has been also diverted from that area. And that is basically how it is in the city. In fact, I am actually back in that area, Matt, and like I said to you, the traffic diversion, there's a yellow sign bringing the traffic straight across around NCCU area. There are a number of no parking signs coming up to that area by Burton and Company. So unless basically if you have any business to do in that area, I guess you wouldn't be allowed to enter in that area. Up in that area also, as I said, you have it's diverted or it's divided into 1 to 3 different sections. You have this whole area, the bus stand at the Grand Fond, the Rivière Civic, Mont John, La Plaine, La Ronde, Whitaker bus stand. That area is cordoned off, so they cannot use that area. I am not sure where their bus stand is. I was looking for them a short while ago, and I was able to get them. Also, you have a little higher up, like I said, you have those areas that is cordoned off between Baptist and Associates and the Arak House of Culture. So that area is the second part that is cordoned off, and the third part is a little higher up between the stadium area, the government headquarters, and the Arak House of Culture. That is how it is happening right now. I mean, a few people are in the area, looking, those who have business, I guess, to do the area. I guess they will go about their lawful business. Police officers, I could see special, those from the NGIC and those who are associated with the Prime Minister, they are in the area also. And a few other persons going about their lawful business. The persons from the Special Security Services are also in the area. Yeah, that is basically what is happening.
So big police presence, Carlisle John Baptist, big police presence.
Yes, and as I moving across, I see Manuel Nanton dressed in his big red shirt. Yeah, so the surrogates of the Labour Party basically they.
But Carlisle, because someone is indicating to me, I can't confirm. Do you know? Here's the big question. Do you know at all, and if you can check your sources, whether the Prime Minister himself is on island? Will they be the cause for him to resign today? Will they be falling on deaf ears?
But of course they're going to be. Of course they're going to be. You do not expect anything else. Of course they're going to be. Would you expect the Prime Minister to resign to hit the call of the people, Matt? It must be something really, really huge for him to do anything. But of course, the Prime Minister, my information is that he's on island. But
Well, I'm going to mix reports on this one, Carlisle. I'm going to mix report because some persons were indicating to me yesterday that he may have addressed the nation this morning. Usually when we have that level of action in the country, you would hear from him. So I don't know. Let's try to confirm whether he's on island or not.
But what would take him out of the island, Matt?
That's a very good question that you and I cannot answer this morning. But we'll have to find out.
The protest is going to be on the Upper Kennedy Avenue. Make it from around the stadium area.
Uh-huh.
Right. So that area, yeah, I guess they've given them that area.
Where exactly? That's the question. Where exactly is the Upper Kennedy Avenue area? We talking Bath Road, this road there? We talking right next to the old ministerial building? Where exactly are we talking about? If you're telling me that most of that street is blocked off.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to organize it, because in fact from across the I'll tell you, the financial center, across the financial center, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, about 20 areas locked up also. So they have shuttles, if you may put it that way, which blocks off the area from the financial center also. So they've actually blocked off that area in its almost entirety, if we put it that way, Matt. So the upper part of Kennedy Avenue, I'm assuming that is where the people are going to be located, because they said it's going to be Upper Kennedy Avenue. So I'm assuming that they've demarcated an area for them, because it appears that vehicles can come down from that area.
Coming from what area, Carlisle?
From probably the
Bath Road area?
Yes.
I'm getting another report that road is also blocked as well, Carlisle. So we have to monitor.
I'm going to walk up that area.
Yeah, and let me know. Give me a call back, because I'm getting conflicting reports from where I sit. Let's listen to analysis from Washington at this time on the situation in Dominica.
A deepening corruption scandal involving the sale of passports and citizenship by the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica has exposed broader links into Iranian sanctions busting operations and what could be the key covert hub of People's Republic of China PRC intelligence and political action activities aimed at undermining the U.S. position in the Caribbean, the third U.S. border. These three issues seem to be separate but overlapping and partially interrelated events, which put Dominica at the center of U.S. strategic concerns for the first time since the country worked closely with the U.S. Ronald Reagan administration in 1983 in a diametrically different cause, the recovery of Grenada after a Cuban-backed coup. The current scandals finally went public after developing for several years, unnoticed by the media, with an in-depth investigation aired in the U.S. by CBS's 60 Minutes program around the government of Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Dominica Labour Party DLP. The interrelated scandals, which involve major violations of the U.S. Comprehensive Iran Sanctions, Accountability and Divestment Act (CISADA) of 2010, triggered widespread protests by Dominicans at home and abroad through January and February 2017, and the Skerrit government then began attempting to suppress street demonstrations. A key Dominican figure, a medical doctor who served with the U.S. Army, Dr. Samuel Christian, was detained on February 2, 2017, as a suspected agitator against the Skerrit government, but released on bail after widespread protests in front of the police headquarters in Roseau, the Dominican capital. A key Dominican lawyer, Gabriel Christian, now practicing in the U.S., had days earlier issued a call for the immediate resignation of Prime Minister Skerrit in the face of the mounting evidence and the 60 Minutes expose, and this call was supported, not surprisingly, by the principal opposition party, the United Workers' Party, UWP, a centrist pro-U.S. party led by Lennox Linton. The public focus of the scandal, but not the breadth of the strategic activity, was the Dominica Economic Citizenship Program, which actually began in 1993 and by which, under Dominican law, foreign citizens could acquire Dominican citizenship for $100,000. The volume of sales of these citizenships is now, however, undocumented, and no substantive numbers have been revealed, but was of sufficient concern that it could ensure that the ruling party could call on sufficient numbers of new citizens at any time to skew political voting. The sale of diplomatic passports involved substantially larger payments, and most of the funds were diverted away from the government's coffers. Prime Minister Skerrit rejected the claims of misusing the scheme for fraudulent political or financial activities, but on February 3, 2017, was clearly on the defensive, particularly in light of the sale of a Dominica diplomatic passport issued March 13, 2015 to Iranian national Ali Reza Zibahalat Monfared, 43, who was subsequently arrested in the Dominican Republic and extradited to Iran to face charges there related to skimming funds from the multi-billion-dollar sanctions evading oil sales scheme. Monfared was closely associated with Mr. Skerrit, so closely, in fact, that it triggered U.S. official concern that Prime Minister Skerrit fitted the definition of knowingly violating the U.S. CISADA ruling, making him liable to U.S. law if he chose to enter the U.S. Dr. Samuel Christian, just after his arrest, noted on February 2, 2017, that the banks locally and internationally have shut down the accounts of the unscrupulous passport industry, highlighting the reality that the Prime Minister's primary source of funding was drying up. Significantly, the Dominican GDP had declined after 2014, and much of the traditional agricultural export sector no longer functioned as it had done in earlier years. The Skerrit government had ignored agricultural development, the dominant source of Dominican employment and exports, and relied instead on funds from the Economic Citizenship Program. The 2017 public exposures of the passport scandal, however, were the tips of the iceberg of a web of activities which interrelated corrupt sales of normal and diplomatic Dominican passports, with the funding going mostly into offshore, Singaporean, and other accounts of Dominican politicians. The active participation of witting knowledge of Dominican DLP politicians in a very substantial sanctions-busting program to enable the sale internationally of Iranian oil, and the comprehensive support of these actions and for the Skerrit government by the government of the PRC in order to build a base of operations to weaken U.S. influence in the Caribbean and to use the Caribbean bases, and the ease of entry into North America from Caribbean states to conduct penetration operations into the U.S. and Canada.
It's 9:25. We're trying to get a picture of what is going down in Washington. I know some of the Patriots are organizing some very important meetings there. Gabriel Christian is on the line with me at this point. Gabriel, good morning.
Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning to your listeners. Good morning to the democracy lovers, those who have not sold the country to the new pirates of the 21st century. Good morning to the Dominicans overseas who have stood up. And good morning to the world that we will be asking today to support democracy in Dominica against a government that's irresponsible, consorting with criminal enterprises, and poses a clear and present danger, not only to the health and welfare of Dominicans, but the health and welfare of our neighbors in the Caribbean and the United States.
Gabriel, paint a picture of me what is going on in Washington today. I'm hearing that some very important meetings are planned.
I will not give you details other than to say we'll be speaking to the folks on Capitol Hill and in different offices to alert them to what's going on in Dominica, the destruction of rule of law. You know, when the 60 Minutes expose came out, I wrote the Prime Minister. I said, Prime Minister, a year ago, I had occasion to write you around my birthday to warn you about the Alison Madueke news that just came out. Here we are 1 year later, now we have the 60 Minutes, something that I warned you would happen if you continued along the path that you and your friends had persisted in. That is, government by secrecy, government by alliance with international criminals, government by passport sales, and the diplomatic appointments. He chastised me. He said that I was a follower of the UWP. I was following Lennox Linton, the UWP, and Thompson Fontaine. And that's when I came out and made a call for a commission of inquiry. Of course, when that happened, what happened? The Prime Minister sent his attack dogs against me and Sam and Linton and the opposition and Thompson and tried to destroy us. And then we had Montfarid, the arrest of Montfarid. Well, of course, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because as I told someone last week, when Dennis and Joseph, the mighty Dice, sang my DominicaTradehouse.com last year, which won him the crown, I would humbly suggest, none of us, including you, Matt, had any idea who Montfarid was. Did you know who Montfarid was when my Dominica Trade House came out, Matt?
None of the time, no.
We just saw this guy in palatial circumstances with a prime minister and his Versace shirt. We didn't know. We just thought this was one more junket. We didn't know that he was one of the lead Iranian agents involved in the circumvention of U.S. national security backed oil sanctions against Iran and UN. And Dominica, mind you, Matt, is a member of the United Nations, and sworn as a member of the United Nations to uphold UN sanctions. And as an ally, I would think, because Dominica has security relationships with the United States, of the United States to, in fact, protect those relationships. And we know what happened, that Montfarid was indeed in Dominica. And the question is, what did the Prime Minister and his cohorts know? And when did they know it? That is something they will have to answer to history for and to the relevant law enforcement authorities that are now investigating this matter. And we as Dominicans, who love our country, smart people, we as Dominicans do not want to be involved with the criminal enterprises that this government has consorted with. We want no part of it. The Prime Minister and his cohort must resign. The people of Dominica must stand up to take back the country that's been sold down the river and which has had its image destroyed by an irresponsible and reckless government. And that's why we're in Washington in solidarity with our folks in Dominica, and together, Dominicans in the United States, Dominica, United Kingdom, Canada, across the Caribbean with our Caribbean friends and allies, and those democracy-loving countries will stand up for truth and justice and make sure that right is done.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
It appears, Gabriel Christian, that the police are setting the rules, and it's not going down too well with a few people.
Matt, Dominica is not a democracy anymore. The Prime Minister, in a democracy, does not tell the citizens, when asked about the affairs of the country, go to hell, go to hell. None of your damn business. Dominica is not a democracy anymore, where the Prime Minister is heard to say, no law, no constitution can prevent me from running for election or from doing what I need to do. The Prime Minister of Dominica has not spoken to the facts in this matter of the controversy with Montfarid. He's refused. He has Tony Astafan and other surrogates on radio, like the propagandists in Adolf Hitler's Germany, lying and lying time and time again. Like I said to you yesterday, we were not the ones who placed Dominica under the international spotlight in the worst way. He and his surrogates and his cohorts and his cronies and his agents, they were the ones who did that, and that's why they cannot rule in Dominica anymore unless by force. And that is why they arrested Dr. Christian. That is why they're threatening Lennox Linton. That is why they're threatening Joshua Francis. That is why they're threatening Isaacs. That is why they're threatening Danny Lugay. That is why they're trying to crush the resistance. They're trying to use brute force. They're trying to destroy the Constitution. You know, Matt, the United States, where the Prime Minister ran to have 2 of his children, didn't want to have them in Dominica. Since the ascension of President Trump, you've seen the television reports, Americans are demonstrating almost every day, freely. That is what you call democracy. That is what you call democracy. We do not have democracy in Dominica. We have a tyranny, and that tyranny must come to an end, and it will come to an end. How long? Not long. You stand by for action.
Gabriel Christian will be talking to you sometime during the course of the day. Thank you so much for linking with us again this morning. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Thank you very much. Of course, we'll be joining Carlisle John Baptist, who has an update there in a minute. It appears that the riot squads may be in the area. We're coming back.
That's all right.
It's 9:35. Carlisle, what's the update close to Kennedy Avenue at this time?
Matt, let me say once again good morning to you and your many listeners. I moved across and you asked me to move across. So it's cordoned off across Bath Road in, again, 1, 2, 3 sections. I also spoke to a superintendent of police who gave me an idea of where the protesters are expected. But I can confirm to you that the members of the riot squad are already here dressed. They just arrived with their canisters of tear gas and all their stuff, and they are all ready and set. So I'm just giving you that very information that I can confirm that members of the riot squad of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force, they are on the grounds now. I will not give you the exact location, definitely not, but I can confirm to you that they are around. They arrived on a bus a short while ago and on a van. And they
but Carlisle, I mean, somebody's asking a very important. Is that scare tactic? Because there, nobody is there at that spot there. There's no problems going on. So why would the riot squad be at the location?
Well, I guess they probably want to take preventative action. They want to put themselves.
Is it preventative action or is it intimidation?
Well, I don't know. You may want to say what you want, but I can confirm to you, I am in the area. They have arrived. They are there, and they are there in their numbers. They came via the Bath Road. They came via both areas, so they are assembled, and it's just again at least people are aware that they are there. So that is the whole point. They are around. They are there in the numbers. They are already dressed, Matt. They are already very much dressed.
Well, Carlisle, I'll be joining you sometime a little after 10 o'clock to, of course, let my eyes boil my peas there to find out what's going on.
We need to keep the people posted. We need to keep the outside world posted. And, of course, we are aware that the Americans have issued an advisory to their American citizens in Dominica. So, again, maybe you see, Matt, I'm just thinking, like you just threw this out, bringing the riot squad there with canisters of tear gas, etc., and that sort of thing. I think it's a little early. They probably could have been up at Mount Bruce, stationed there waiting for orders. But to have them in close proximity, and they are right inside there, to have them in close proximity, already dressed, waiting to pounce on the people of Dominica, I am questioning all those things. But I can also tell you that as it relates to where the protesters are going to be, my understanding from the police is that they are going to be around the Isaac Baptist area, that is around the Arak House of Culture, around that area. That is my understanding from the police. My understanding is that area is considered Upper Kennedy Avenue. That is my understanding. So I'm already hearing lots of vehicles honking and whatever. So I'm going to see if I can move across. Let me see if I can just move across the area again. But people are making their way into the city as we speak. I'm hearing some honking. People are making their way into the capital city. And we need to reiterate the point that we've heard from the leaders of the protest, is that it is expected to be a very peaceful protest. We expect it to be, again, a very peaceful protest. The outside world is listening. The outside world is watching us Dominicans. Of course, and all of us who have our children around that time to collect our children. The other thing I can tell you is there are a number of people from different areas in the area itself where the protesters are going to be gathered, dressed in red and with Labour Party T-shirts and things of the Prime Minister's, scary for Prime Minister, etc. in the area. I don't think, Matt, that is a very good thing. If the people come out to do their protest, I think they should be allowed, and they've been given their right to protest. And that is what I fear, that the other people who are coming there may antagonize the protesters. So I'm hoping that the police are taking, all those things into consideration, because it would not be good to see that the police have given the people the opportunity to protest peacefully, and people from the Dominican Labour Party, they are around and probably antagonizing them. I don't think it is good. I don't think it is right. And I think the police should early o'clock ensure that those people do not find themselves in that area, for fear that, there may be clashes. And I repeat, for fear that there may be clashes. But I can tell you there are a few Labour Party surrogates in the area dressed with T-shirts of the Dominican Labour Party in the protesting area, which is, to my mind, not very good at all.
Thank you very much, Colonel John Baptist. We'll contact you sometime a little after 10. You can give us a further update. But we have the farmers here for a few minutes. Of course, they're dressed in white. I suspect they may be going to the protest themselves. Patrick, you have decided to join in the action?
Mr. Matt, let me address you officially there this morning. I am always in the protest. I haven't been out of the protest. I have been protesting from the day I came to sit down on Q95 studios to talk about agriculture. And agriculture continues to be a subject where we must protest, Matt, because it is what is done to agriculture, we know, is abominable. That abominable act has me protesting, Matt. Until agriculture is restructured, of course they're trying to do all kinds of things to please agriculture. Now, you talk about the abattoir, you talk about the coffee plant, you talk about the is it a nuclear thing they're building on the thing there? On the Trafalgar? Geothermal, all these things supposed to help agriculture, all of them. But none of them, these things that they have in there are indeed on the unrighteous hands. That is why they're not fruitful and it's not coming off. The agricultural roads remain the same thing. The social fabric is broken. Transportation has been taken from the farmers. Farmers can't afford transportation now. Before, once you call yourself a farmer with 10 acres of bananas, you could own a vehicle.
Easy.
Yes. But all these things are taken away from you, and all these things are demolished. But these things are not going to stop righteousness from happening in the world. In America, they have taken a stance against the satanic globalism that was trying to engulf America. And America is now severing ties with the globalists, which we should have learned a lesson from that in Dominica. That was the principal struggle. A lot of fellas hate America or dislike America for certain things. No, America is still the bastion of democracy. And where did democracy start? Democracy start in, I think, somewhere in Jeremiah or Isaiah, when the Lord say, "Come, let us reason together. Do your sin be as
Jeremiah.
Yes. Scarlet. I will make it as white as snow." No. This is the purpose, Matt. Why man is under God's wings, So no matter what these devilish satanic fellas do, yes, they will strike down a lot of righteous people at one time when they're given the power to do that. But right now they can't. Right now they can't. We are free. We are free to enjoy our democracy. One thing I didn't like what the fellas said about Dominica is still democratic because the government is democratic. Though part of the government is not. The ruling party is not. But that is not the government of Dominica.
The government includes the opposition.
That's right. It includes everybody. Everybody is included. Dear Matt. And we're not against democracy. We love democracy.
All right, let's take a phone call there. Mr. Louis, I'll come back to you. I see you dressed in your white shirt today. But you can well understand what's going on. Hello.
Matt.
Yes.
Matt, it took just one man in the Middle East to throw gasoline on himself and cause all the dictators to fall. The arrest of Sam Christian is the feather that broke the camel's back, Matt. And that is enough. That is where it's going to start.
Thank you very much. Mr. Louis, you're dressed like you're ready to go to the protest. I know
I did not want to come here,
No, you wanted to go straight.
Straight. Because I want to be at the forefront.
But they interfere with the time, with your timing.
No,
Yeah.
not my time.
What?
No, not my time. I have no time.
You have no time.
One thing I would like to warn Dominica against happening, there will be provocation this morning, Matt. Once these fellas come out in red, they come out to play cricket, you know. They come out to stand and probably demolish certain things. One thing I have an advice to give to the police, and I unlike Kalai, I like the idea that the police squad is there to check those fellas, to make these fellas understand the people that are protesting there in white are Dominicans. We do not have party colors. You can go at your home and put your white jersey and come down here. Whoever is giving fueling poisonous thoughts and dangerous, violent thoughts to those people, like the lady in Grand Bay, is doing wrong. But even that, Matt, I expect us to overcome. But expect the provocation, eh? There will be trouble.
All right, Dominica, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back. This is Q95, the big station. Yeah. It's happening right now in Roseau. In the next few minutes, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, a lot of people will converge into the city from indication out there. You know, people have begun arriving. We're going to take a break and then we'll come back right after this.
Versatile Entertainment in association Mad Squad Promotions present the Domlek Northeastern Booyah vs Soca Monarch Contest 2017 February 23rd, when the dust settles. 1 of 8 will be crowned the official Domlek and BVSM Monarch. It's the largest main stage event to hit Dominica's Northeast for Carnival. Come witness from Mariga, Ilche, The Gem, Basic, King Stout and Scorpion, from Calabishi, Classic, from the capital city, Tova E and Giovanni, as they go against each other for the ultimate title. One night, Thursday, February 23rd, 2017, Mariga, Commonwealth of Dominica, with live performances by soca icon Too Greedy West, featuring Booyah MVP Cornell Fuller and Colleen XP, the virtual band Outer Grand Four. Your DJs for the night include DJ Slim, Outer Unstoppable DJs, Versatile DJ A-Star, DJ Flip the Bus, Outer Dominica, and from St. Kitts and Nevis, international promoter and DJ plus more of Dominica's best entertainers. Thursday, February 23rd, 2017, 8 p.m. General admission $15. Better stand $50 EC. Supported by your partners Dominica Electricity Services Limited, Domlek, and Mad Squad Promotions. Silver partners Digicel, Hope Construction, Jedi High Powered Sounds, Digicel Play, Alan Kell Promotions, Flipside Records, Mariga Corporated Credit Union, Happy Car Rental, Holy Beer, Honorable Lennox Linton, Bronze Partners, The Virtual Band, and Paradise View Apartment. BDSM 2017, February 23rd. Be there.
Had suggested to him in which he would play 2 years.
The power belongs to the people. The power in people is greater than the people in power. The people in power in Dominica have used their power to deceive, mislead, and to enrich themselves. We are now taking back our country. Rise, rise. Rise, rise, our people, rise.
Come here forward, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, Rasta men, young people, come forward. We gotta save our country. We gotta save Dominica. Let our will be done. Rise, Dominica. Rise, Kalinago brothers. Rise, our brothers in the north. Rise, our brothers in the east. Rise, our sisters in the west. Rise, our brothers and sisters in the south. Rise, rise our mothers. Rise our fathers. Rise our young people. Come here forward. We got to save our country. We are going to save our country.
This Tuesday, February 7th, Kennedy Avenue, 12 o'clock. Let us save our country. Let us save Dominica. See you there.
It's correct.
Real big.
Grab them by 6 bars. I come in to take my seat. I got the blue and gold. This carnival. Buy 2 6-packs and get a chance to win these amazing carnival prizes. First prize, 2 carnival costumes each from Amnesia and Hysteria. Second prize, 2 tickets to Feathers each. Sunja, boat cruise. First prize, 2 t-shirts from Carrier Bam T-shirt band. And fourth prize, free Casey's car. Simply write your name and contact info at the back of your receipt and drop in a promotional box to qualify to win at all leading supermarkets island-wide. Draw ends February 20th, 2017. Terms and conditions apply.
Correct.
Drink responsibly.
Are you ready now?
Song against song, performance against performance. The case of grudges will be settled once and for all, or forever hold the peace. The Stedhamton presents the case of tug of war. This Wednesday, February 8th at the strip, Lale Coco. Caressa against Daddy Chess, Hunter against Grunter, Web against Shadow Flow, Observer against Lugers, Stasha P against Janae, JD against Vicky, Stefan against The Healer, Genius against Comforter, Intruder against Dino, Crispy against LY Jr., Della against Nashel, Alicia against Stingray, Omi versus Trendsetter, Ferdi against Bio, Son of the Synth against Hexy, Walksock against DBS. Also the first ever Jesters Monarch, Lady V. The Stedham Case of Tug of War this Wednesday. MCs King Powell and Lady Star backed up by Swinging Stars. Partners include headline sponsor Digicel, Caribbean Big Edge, Soca Rum Tumbling, Dominican National Lottery, Mania 7-11 Plus and Milan's Bar and Grill, Mapao, Petro Caribbean Courts, Vibes Radio, Fine Foods Inc., SCS New India Insurance, QFM, The Signman, Zymis Visual Arts, KRFM, DBS Radio, Mapping to K4, Deepex Scholar Lab, Small Axe Mobile, Starring and Sons, nobody can use online. The Stedham Tug of War, the Battle Royal for Case of Supremacy. This Wednesday at the strip, Lale Coco, Sakai Man.
Get ready for the Caribbean's most original carnival, Dominica's Carnival Mass Dominic 2017, February 4th to 28th. Revel in the splendor of a masquerade band. Experience the parades, the non-stop fits, Dominican Nice, Dominic Kidu, Mass Dominic, the real mass. Come revel with us. Visit us online at www.dominicafestivals.com or call us at 767-255-8221.
More top quality products from Hara Agencies. Blue Pacific Tuna Chunks is now available for wholesale and retail. It has the best quality and stands above the rest because it's made from 100% yellowfin tuna, the tastiest one. Try its great and innovative exquisite variety of 7 flavors, one for each day: jalapeno, smoked, vegetable, and sweet corn. And of course, the classic flavors water and oil in chunks and a solid packed tuna, only in soya oil. You'll never get tired of having tuna. Blue Pacific Tuna, always offering you a distinctive variety and premium quality at affordable prices. Distributed by Hara Agencies. Visit Hara Agencies today on 90 King George 5th Street for flavorful, tasty Blue Pacific Tuna Chunks and a solid packed tuna.
Somebody says, Matt, please read this out. Find out whether these Labour Party supporters asked the commissioner of police for, and did get permission to be dressed up in red and be in that area. Somebody's asking me to ask that to the commissioner of police. Did the commissioner advise the Labour Party supporters against making inflammatory statements as well? But based on the statement I heard this morning, it did not seem that way. But, I just don't know what is going on at this time. 9:55. Hello.
Good morning to you and Mr. Louis and your guest.
Yes,
We are not afraid. My ancestors discovered this country, Matt. We fought against the British. Nothing on that planet frightens me, not even death. I want you to know that. Matt, Daniel Carbon is a political appointee. Okay? He is not vested with the constitutional authority to make the determination as to what time we must end our protest. He has not got that authority given to him by the Constitution. If he does not comprehend the Constitution, ask Angelo Allen, my brother, to explain to you, because I know you're of limited intelligence. Matt, the people will determine what time they vacate Upper Kennedy Avenue. But first, Peltier, I understand that you're having confusion about where Upper Kennedy Avenue is. Peltier, Upper Kennedy Avenue stretches from the stadium to Burton's. From where Subway used to be to Prevost Cinema is at the middle part of Kennedy Avenue. And from Whitchurch area there to the Bayfront is the lower part. So where is the confusion? Skerrit and Caban can send 1 million SSUs and all their cohorts. They are not going to fight me or anybody else. I will be there, Matt Peltier, okay? And I'm prepared to sleep there until the following day if the patriots will sleep there with me. So have no fear. Nothing on that planet frightens me or anybody else. Morning.
Thank you very much. It's 9:57. We've gotten, of course, requests from other radio stations who would like to hear the action live from Dominica. So we're trying our very best, and we'll give you the necessary information once we have it available. I know TDN may be on at this time on a radio station in Grenada is indicating some interest. So we'll be carrying some aspects of this demonstration live as it happens there in Kennedy Avenue, Roseau, Dominica. Hello. Morning, yeah.
Matt, I would like to ask a question. There is two ways to come to town. They have the bridge in Penfield and one in Tubia. You block the road from there and block the other road. So that is a protest in Dominica.
So what about those people who want to come to the protest action? You would be preventing them from coming to Roseau if you do that. So, you have to be very careful about suggesting that at this point. 9:58, hello. 4493095. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Yes, hello.
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to your listeners. Matt, I heard Mr. The gentleman on the name escapes me now, saying the number of projects that they claim they were doing. Matt, how many mangoes have been sold as a result of those activities? How many tons of bananas have we shipped to England? How many pounds of root crops have we sold? Matt, how many pounds of passion fruit have been sold as a result of all of this? Matt, all this, all this kind of smoke and mirror nonsense that this criminal enterprise that has imposed itself on Dominica cannot tell me, with all this activity talking about agriculture, they cannot tell you how many mangoes have been sold. Matt, good morning,
Good morning to you. We'll be taking the news in a few more minutes, and of course the farmers themselves are heading in the Kennedy Avenue direction, and of course we may be talking to them live there at some time today. Hello, our final call. Hello there. Hello.
Yes, morning, Mark.
Yes.
Yes, if we cannot be on the protest in town, we'll be blocking the roads.
Is that what you suggested?
Yes.
But I don't know if that's the way that the opposition and its leaders would want you to go at this time. They want this to be a very peaceful protest. Hello.
Hi, Martha.
Just
two quick things. The place, people are worried about the place not being where they want it to be.
I think, as Mr. Zed Lloyd said, the place is very good, financial center, but any place will do. They cannot block off the whole of Dominica. So if they say, no, go to the gardens, go to the gardens. What you need is the people, the amount of people. And the other thing, Matt, and I'm sure Mr. Lee would agree with me, Matt, people worried about being corded off. Matt, we say every day, we are for Christ. Let them cord off. If they cord off in the Kennedy Avenue, go to New Street. If they cord off in New Street, go somewhere else. As a Christian people, and we always say that we are, the only cord off that we have to care about is when we die, that St. Peter doesn't cord off. That's Heaven's Gate. All other cord off on this earth, Matt, just say, okay, fine, I'll go to another place. Because the road, as they say, and Mr. Louis and Patrick probably know it better than me, it's not a straight road. So if they cut off there, it's okay. Since you assure everybody who is cutting off, and the policemen, if you're hearing, that the gates of heaven is not cutting off to you. Have a good day.
Have a good day. We'll take a news. We'll come back and wrap it up here on Q95. All right. So they're listening to Patrick and Lee. We're coming back.